Alright guys, so tap in real quick, man. What's good, guys? So on this one, I want to go over, how much did I make in my first, full week of doing this. Now, a few things to take note, alright? This is my first week of doing this thing, so I made a lot of errors, mistakes, probably wasted way too much time on a lot of things that I didn't need to waste time on. Also, I've only been doing this every day for about 2-3 hours max, except yesterday, Saturday, where I did spend about, actually, 3.5 hours. I didn't even spend that many, not even the full 4 hours. So this is, again, part-time hours. All right, this is with part-time hours. This is with tips and everything included. So for the week, we're looking at $311 and about some change or so. So that's not too bad. I mean, considering it's just like 2-3 hours max of my time each day. I mean, let's put it at 2 hours average times, 7 days, I guess we could say. Actually, no, 6 days, because I think I didn't even go last Sunday, and today's barely Sunday, so it wouldn't even be a full week. So we're looking at about 12 hours in total that I put, which comes down to around like almost about $30 an hour if you think about it. More or less, right? Could be a little bit less, more. I'm not about to do that entire math in my head right now, but that is not too shabby. And that's crazy, right? Because that's way more than I was making at my last 9 to 5 before I went full time with Amazon FBA. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty intense. $30 an hour, especially here in Texas. That's pretty straight, especially in the area that I'm in. That's a pretty decent fair salary. And considering that I don't have no college experience or anything, no diploma of that sort, so that's not too bad. It's pretty solid. And again, that's just in part-time hours. I mean, if I did this full-time, I could probably make at least $500 a week. No, actually, you know what? Probably $600 to $700, because we already did 300 doing this just with a few hours. Imagine the rest of the day. Like, you could, honestly, if you really grinded this out, you can make $1,000 at least a week doing this and really make this, a full-time income. And so, and I mean, it's not too shabby. I mean, it's pretty all right. I mean, like I said, I actually kind of like it a little bit now. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit different from Amazon FBA. Kind of similar, but different at the same time. Like, I remember when I first started Amazon FBA, I did retail arbitrage, right? So basically, I was already driving store to store, going inside, except for shopping for someone else. I was shopping for me to buy inventory. And that required filling up the carts of, whether it's toys, groceries, and just, scanning out, unloading it, then loading it back up, and all that. The difference with this is that I'm doing the same thing, except I'm not keeping any of the actual product with me. And so that's not too bad. But I will say that this particular model is not scalable, neither, because you have to physically be doing this, all right? So that's the really downside of this. Whereas with Amazon FBA, you can get to a point where you start outsourcing it and, have employees basically work for you, which is where I'm at in my Amazon FBA business. Like with this, if I don't work, I don't make money from it, right? So that's the thing about this too, is that you have to physically be here, which requires your time, your focus, and so much more. So, but still, not too bad. I mean, after you include tips and all that good stuff, it's pretty straight though, regardless. Yeah, you can say whatever you want about the miles. I did a test run with our SUV the other day. Did one order, and yeah, the gas on that was freaking brutal. Again, if you have an SUV that is very not, fuel efficient friendly, I really would not advise doing this with that type of vehicle. It is going to drain your gas unless you can pick up multiple orders in a 1 hour time period, all right? And what I mean by multiple orders is that, like right now, it's Sunday morning. There's orders popping up right now because, it's the weekend. I found 3 orders from HEB, all at the same time, of pickup. So it's 8:25 at the time of this video. I can go pick them up in like 20 minutes. But all 3 orders, I'm gonna pick them up, and I always look at the map before I check these orders out, because I want to see where exactly I'm gonna be heading. Like I saw a few of them, it was gonna be like down south, more to the west side, east side. These 3 orders, they basically line up together in the same area, a little bit north, right? So that means when I drop one order, boom, down the street I go to the next one, then the next one, and I'm done. So I'm knocking 3 orders out like that, which is saving me a lot on fuel, right? Fuel, time, and just so much more. Plus, you're able to make more for your time-wise as well. I don't know the exact number how much each order was, But if I'm looking at it correctly, it's at least 30 bucks in total for all 3 orders, and not a little bit more, maybe 35. And again, that's how I'm averaging those $30 per hour, time frames, because I'm doing this, like I'm in there just trying to get as much orders in one go, but within the same area, right? Even right now, there's an order right now for Target, which is exactly where I'm at right now. It's like $8. It's like 7 items I have to go inside and pick up real quick. But still, this order is on the way with the 3 HEB orders. So if I pick up all 4 orders together with this one, I'm just knocking them all out. And within that 1 hour time period, I mean, if you include this one, I'm making like 40 bucks in that 1 hour just because, they're all together. So that's how you maximize this particular side hustle, by doing this, okay? Because if I pick one order and I just stick with that one order, I mean, I'm gonna make whatever I just make on that order, and that's it. Whereas where I'm stacking them like this, it's like, man, you're really maximizing for how much you're making from doing this. So, and that's not including tips from any of these 4 orders. So if they end up tipping me, could make 50 to 60 bucks in just that 1 hour period. So that's pretty insane. Like if your target goal is 100 bucks, maybe 1 good hour after these orders, you're done for today. So yeah, I mean, it's just all about being strategic with this thing, And again, I already more or less can kind of strategize a lot of these things because of my previous, business background. So, but yeah, that's how you basically knock this out and maximize your, dollar per hour, guys. All right, this is how you do it. And because again, like I said, if you're just doing one by one, you're gonna waste a lot of time and a lot of fuel. So be smart about it. Be strategic with it. And just, try to maximize your dollar per hour doing this, okay? Like I said, I'm not taking less than 20 bucks an hour doing this. So, for sure, I'm going to be guaranteed to make some money doing this thing, man. So, that's how you got to go about it. Because I get it. It's tempting. You see one around your area. Okay, I should probably take this. There's not going to be anything else. But you got to make sure it's worth your time, dog, too. Plus, you need to make sure you're going to be shopping for that order. If it's going to be a big order. And just so much more that gets factored into it. But aside from that, it's a pretty good side gig. I'm not going to complain about it. Now, again, my average per dollar here is probably going to be very different from some of you. Where you live in more expensive areas, maybe you have to get paid more over there, like in California, New York. Maybe they even tip you way more over there too. I mean, heck, shit. But yeah, I will say the majority of your pay will come from the tips alone. I mean, I was looking at my check and whatnot. Man, I think like over 50% of my pay came from just tips alone. So it does add up, man. If it wasn't for those tips, I'd probably be sitting at like 200 bucks barely for all these hours. So yeah, so it adds up. So it definitely works out. But it does add up, all right. So, but again, tips aren't guaranteed. So you always got to keep that in mind as well whenever you're taking these orders. I mean, I think I said that previously before already, but you cannot, assume that you're gonna get tipped. Okay, it's just part of the game, just part of business. But if you do, then shit, even better, dog. So, but yeah, so let me go ahead and go shop for this quick Target run. Gonna see if there's any more orders real quick on top of this that's around that area. Like if I can put 5 to 6 orders in one go, then I'm really maximizing my time. I'll be making like 60 bucks, not including tips. So yeah, that's how it's done, guys. That's how you got to do it. Because man, doing 1 hour, 1 order per hour, unless it's a very high paying order, yeah, it might not be worth it as much. So, but yeah, guys. So I'm gonna head out real quick, and yeah, we'll see what's going on.